here is our play action screens off of the buck pass or off the buck sweep. So we want to have a screen for every athlete. And when I say every athlete, we're talking about every skill kid. So we're going to have screens for the H, we're going to have screens for the X, we're going to have screens for the fullback, and we're going to have screens for the tight end. So these are the ones that we have off of the buck sweep. All right. So we call this H screen left. We call this X screen right or left, depending on how we want to run it. So again, nothing's different. We're running waggle rules here. Number one's deep third. Number two's drag. Number three is backside post. Okay. Over here, X screen, it's fast. It's like a fast screen. So we're faking the buck. It's 1-2, boom, throw the ball. Okay. So you'll see the blocking schemes. The first few times we run it, it's ugly. Nothing's timed right. But by the end of the season, you'll see the difference between what it looked like in game one when we ran it versus the other ones. Okay. You can run buck screen out of any formation. So this is our base formation. Like I said, for us, this is Liz wing. So we're going to fake buck this way. We're going to let that quarterback waggle and then get deep. Okay. And we'll talk about all those if you want to, but he's going to run his buck. He's going to get stuck here for a second and then he's going to leak. These guys are running basic waggle concept rules. So he's number one, number two, number three. It's how we're running. Okay. Quarterback's getting depth. He's bringing everybody in, and there's the halfback out here, wide slap open. All right. Now you get a little peel back block right there that nowadays is 15-yard penalty. We got away with it then.
Look at that right tackle. Right tackle's in the backfield.
This is unbalanced. The thing I love about running it out of an unbalanced set is this. Okay. You can take your inside tight end who's ineligible and you can slip him downfield and block that guy. So he can get downfield now because it's a screen. So he can come out, he can block that guy there. All right. And you'll see he somewhat does it. All right. He just needs to stay on him and stay on the upfield shoulder. So there's your H screen to the left off a buck sweep action. Everybody else is still running waggle. Okay. And we get the ball outside of the guy right there. Okay. Just trying to show it to you from other concepts and formations. Again, this is in the playoffs. Again, from Unbalanced. The difference is this year we didn't have another tight end, so this guy's a tackle, so it looks a little bit differently. I don't know that he does the job he's supposed to do, but he kind of walls the guy up the field and helps out in that direction. It's a little different. We had to play with it depending on who we were playing and the fact that it was a tackle and not a tight end. But if you want to leak your tight end out, you can, and they can't nail you because it is a screen. Again, to our weak set. So you got the X and you got the slot. We're going to run it back over here. And you can see it's just great timing. And I'll be honest with you, the best teams I've had don't do a good job of this. The teams that struggle the most, we were the best at this. So this team, we weren't superior. We were 4-7 that year, but that play, we beat people every week. So really good play for us all year long. This is the X screen. Again, he should go 1, 2, 3 down the tube, get inside. We had an injury. He should inside release. Now it's a 50. So he should punch this guy and get to the corner. All right. But he ended up getting put in there and he just kind of runs around the outside and I don't know what the heck he's doing. but you'll see our blocking rules. I've got the sheets that I can give you guys, and you'll have what you need. But again, you can see the timing's bad. Nobody blocks for the X, and it just becomes really a stay route or a smoke route over there to the X off of play action. We're going to fake the buck quick. He should be 1, 2, 3 down the hook, down the pipe, as we tell him, down the pipe. I like the guys not turning around, but coming down inside with their eyes. It helps them get their timing down. And this guy, because this guy's outside of him, he should step down inside and then go out. Okay. But instead he crosses his face, and because he crosses his face, that guy gets wider. So if you got that guy outside like that, get inside of him first and then get there to the corner. Again, it wasn't great. It's a little better than what you saw in the last game, but we're able to go ahead and pick up some. Now, this is like week 10. So I just wanted to see the progression. Same formation, same people. Now, what I like to do now more than anything else is run power. So now we got full flow. So he's coming. So now you get a little bit more flow from that second level, and sometimes you're free safety to get those people out. But the timing here is much, much better. Okay, remember we were talking about that guy who's, if he's outside, get inside of him, and this guy does. So he gets inside. Quarterback delivers the ball. We get a great play. These guys are downfield sealing. Problem is this guy gets lazy on the backside instead of doing what he's supposed to do. He's watching the X, watch him. And it was happening the whole time. And his guy's the guy who makes the play. So great little X screen for us off a buck sweep. And I'll show you some other concepts that we use with it. I believe the next one is we got twins. So we're running power. Okay. And remember, don't go outside this guy. If he's on you, either punch and get outside. If he's outside of you, get inside and go out. Okay. This guy's going to be responsible for number 1 and kick. He's going to 1, 2, 3 down the pipe. And because he goes outside, it screws up the whole play. And while it's set up really good, right, this guy's now in limbo land, and now the quarterback, he's in the quarterback's way. So it ends up being the ball was thrown downfield. As you can see, we passed the line of scrimmage. And granted, everybody else downfield is doing a good job blocking, and we lose a touchdown because the guy doesn't do what he's coached to do. He goes outside that guy. Okay. Fun stuff here. Buck pass. So this is now play side. Okay. When I say play side, we're talking about quarterback roll play side to the same side of the buck sweep. Things are a little bit different. So now we number everything play side. Okay. So here's what we say. If you're number 1, you're responsible for deep third. Again, depending on where they're located, depends on their route. Number 2 is responsible for the flat. Okay. If you're a tight end backside, you're going to step and hinge and help pass protect. And then over here, okay, notice that's the X and your slot. Over here, you've got a tight end and wing. And so we're down stepping. Remember, we talked about with our waggle, it's down step, down step, down step. That's key. So we can get people coming at. Why do we throw this? Because this forced defender over here, when we step down, he's screaming. Or this corner's getting charged down and run. So we love to throw it on this thing. So what's the quarterback's read? Pre-snap read, we tell him check corner depth. Because in this case, if this guy's 3 to 4 yards, I want him peeking deep first. All right. The other piece of that, if we've got cover 2, which will show you the quarterback, he's going to read it smash concept. And so he's going to read that corner. If the corner bites up, we're going to throw the corner right behind it. So just some other things. We can also tag them. I love running the seam tag over here against cover 2 coverage. So if you've got a hard corner here and you got a safety on the hash, We're going to run 2 deep routes. We're going to use this guy right here to hold up the safety. We're going to down step and run the corner. And basically, we're going to read that safety right there. Some things look good when we're doing it. Some things don't look so good. All right. And then we can also, remember we had switch. Now we can also run what we call change. So these 2 guys, when we call change, it's between number 1 and number 2. So he becomes the flat guy. He becomes the deep third. Okay. And so I just want to show you some of the things here and get you some of these cut ups. And again, I've got everything for you. This is a team that love to play force hard on our buck sweep. And again, I love my tight end. He's a great kid, but he's 6'5" and runs a 5.5 40. I think we got him down to a 5.4. Okay. This guy's going to run. So number 1 is responsible for deep third. Number 2 is responsible for flat. Quarterback's going to read the force defender. Okay. He's up in the line of scrimmage. We're going to get the ball into the tight end's hands. And even with a guy who's running the 5.5, 5.4, we pick up 10 to 12 yards. Okay. The action in the backfield for the halfback, and I didn't get to that, is the fullback is going to step off. He's going to help pass pro. So he's going to go B gap to C gap. So he's going to check inside linebacker to outside linebacker and help out. And we'll see that's real important because it helps set up the fullback screen a little bit later. Halfback's going to come across, and basically he's got to realize these 2 guys are gone. So he's going to help block off the edge. So he's going to be 1, 2, 3. He's going to come downhill and he's going to kick. Okay. Sometimes it's really hard and sometimes it's not so bad. So this is the same concept. You'll see it right here. All right. This is a little better view than the last one. Down, force comes screaming. Quarterback's able to deliver the ball into the tight end's hands. Again, just picking up 10 yards. And that's a guy who runs a 5.5. I'll give him a 5.4. Remember we talked about cover 2, right? We got 2 high safeties here. We got a corner up hard. Quarterback, loved him to death, and he had a great 2 years. He had like a 68 or 70% completion rate. His first read should be this guy. If this guy comes up, then he should be looking deep first. And he doesn't do what he's supposed to do. This guy comes up, and if he's reading it the way he should be, it's a smash concept. He's wide open. Now we get the ball into the tight end's hands, and we pick up some yardage, but that guy with the ball in his hands is a touchdown. So understand, if you've got cover 2, it doesn't matter. You're reading force. And in cover 2, he's your force player. If he steps up, now I tell the quarterback, if he's cover 2, it's smash concept. Okay. You've got to read it as smash. So he steps up, you're throwing deep. And he just saw the force guy step up and he threw it normal, like it was cover 3. So, all right. Late in the game, this is for number 2 in the region, last game of the season. And these guys, we've been hurting them. This is the same team you saw us throw to the tight end a couple times, but we were at their place last time. So it's 3rd down and 7. I tell the quarterback, I said, here's the deal. I need you to read flat. If not, throw the backside post, because this guy was pretty good. So I gave him 2 options. They do something that's really weird. They take the defensive end and run with him for some reason. So you see my quarterback's eyeballs go to the flat first. He doesn't see it. He looks off, and we chunk the deep side, backside post and big play. So you can still tag buck pass and tag it backside post. So we had a timeout to play before, told the quarterback exactly what to do, and he did a good job delivering the ball. All right. Again, same team. The year before, this is the guy. The tight end was the guy hurting him. This guy over here, way better athlete. So what did we do? We used the change tag to put the better athlete in the flats and let the tight end run off. Okay, so you're going to see buck pass to the right, and this time with a change call. So you'll see the tight end deep, right? And now my wing back is in the flats, deliver the ball, okay? And big play right there. So understand you can use those change tags to put who you want where you want, okay?
Coaches, I really hope you got some great information from that YouTube video. Again, hit the subscribe and like button down below. It gives us valuable data, and you also get notified when I upload new content to this channel. Thanks for watching, coaches.